All right, so our final video is going to be about making a technical drawing of your Sumobot. This is not necessary, but some of you that have done some great things and you have some leftover time, this is that next level. So this is if an engineer were to have designed something like this and they wanted to convey specific measurements either to a potential customer or to the person that will have to manufacture this. They want to give a drawing that really shows all those key measurements clearly. So I'm going to go ahead and click this plus down here and create a drawing. So not a part studio and not an assembly. This is a new thing called a drawing. I'm going to use an ANSI 8-inch piece of paper. This is your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and units in inches. You'll see that it makes a new tab at the bottom. It's called Drawing 1. You could rename that if you wanted. Now, by default, when this new drawing opens up, it's going to ask me to insert a part or an assembly. This window will pop up, and I can select it right here from either my part list or my assembly list. Just so you know, if you need to insert more than one part, more than one assembly, you can always go insert things by up here, insert view. It'll bring up this menu here, and then you click insert. Now you can insert either a part, or in this case, I'm going to insert my full bot assembly 1. Click. And then as I hover over this sheet, you'll start to see this gray box. If you wait long enough, it'll fill in what it looks like. You can see this is actually the front view of my robot. So I'm going to go ahead and put my front view. I'm going to put it down here a little bit to the left. Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert what are called projected views. Now you'll notice that the tool that got highlighted up here is called projected view. It by default does that, but if that's not selected, let's imagine I didn't have it selected. Let me press escape. I can come up here and click projected view. And now what I can do is I can click a drawing I already have, this front view. And if I move to the right, this will imagine, hey, from that front view I was looking at, let's imagine I move to the right and I look at it from the side. So you can see now this new view, which is a right side view. And I can place that out to the right side. You'll notice they actually line up with each other perfectly. That's intentional. Let's go ahead and add a top view. So I'm going to click this front view. And I can imagine wanting to now look at it from above, from the top. So I'm going to move up. And I'll get this top view right here. And once again, those are lined up intentionally. The very last view I'm going to do is an auxiliary view. It's sort of this angled view. I'm going to click my front view. And I'm going to come out here at an angle. And I'm going to get this kind of cool isometric side view, just like that. I'm going to click. At this point, this is your nice technical drawing. There is what's called a title block down here. This is where engineers would put a lot of details that they want to communicate. The first thing is they would identify what this is. Let me press escape so I don't have any tools selected. I'm going to select this top row of my title, and I'm just going to type in, let me delete what was on there. Sumobot. I might say cycle 4 because this is the one I made, cycle 4. Click the green check mark. You might want to put your name, but it's probably automatically going to put in here under drawn your name. If you were the one who owns this document, it'll put that. It'll also say the date that this drawing was created. If you work for an engineering company, you might specify what part number this is. You might specify what material this is made of. You definitely want to have the scale, and you can see it's already here, 1 to 3. That lets people know that if something is 1 inch on this picture, that in reality it's going to be 3 inches. The next thing I would probably do, and the whole point of making these drawings, is to insert key dimensions. So for instance, I can go to this dimension tool, and I can go ahead and add dimensions. I won't be able to resize my parts. These would have to, you'd have to go into the part studio to do that. But I can add dimensions to this drawing so that somebody trying to build this would be able to. Now these are in inches because my default units are in inches. I don't have to put one here because see how they line up? I can see that this 7.48 would also apply to the width right here. But I might want to find this height from top to bottom. I might want to, show the viewer how big this wheel is, 2.5 inches. So I can go ahead and I can insert different dimensions here. Maybe I want to know how far it is from front to back. all the way out to the front here because I'm trying to make sure it's going to fit inside those size requirements that Coach Mundell laid out for me. Just like that. Okay. And you could add as many dimensions as you think are important. Maybe if I was giving this to somebody else to manufacture, I might need to tell them that, hey, this back piece is 3/8 of an inch thick. Okay. So feel free to add as many dimensions as you think are relevant. You might choose to, some people would make more than one drawing. Some people would, put all their dimensions here, but there are some certain standards and protocols for how to dimension things. I'm not going to get into that. I think just making a drawing like this is a pretty big win. Okay. One other thing, you can change settings on the sheet. If I click over here on the sheets, I can see all the different sheets. If I have multiple drawings here, this is the assembly 1 sheet. I can right click on sheet 1. I can go to properties and I can change some things. So for example, if I don't like that 1:3 scale, if I want to be able to fit more on here, I might do 1:4. See how everything got smaller there? I really like to use the space I have though. So I'm going to see maybe 1:2 actually fits. That's a little crammed. I'm going to go back to 1:3. I think it was good. The other thing, you might choose to change your default units on some of these. I think there's a place where I can do that. Let me see if I can do that. Assembly, let me right click on this one. Front, let me click properties. I don't see any properties there. Maybe if I go up to the top here and I click document menu and I say workspace units, I might decide to change this. It says default length unit centimeters. I probably need to do it by the sheet. Let me right click sheet 1 again, properties. Format. Let's see where to edit these dimensions. If I right click on drawing, I click properties here. Yeah, I don't see any of that here. Anyways, you could play around with it. I'm pretty sure there is a way to update the units that are displayed. I can definitely right click on a specific unit, I believe, and change that. So if I wanted this side-to-side dimension, I might be able to click edit and I can change these units from inches to, let's go with millimeters. I can do 190 millimeters. So I can see that. There's a way to do that there. There should be a way to do centimeters. I'm not sure why it doesn't allow me to do centimeters. Anyways, you can mess around with this. Like I said, this is really sort of a thing for you to do if you've finished everything else and you're looking to do that last step. Go ahead and make a technical drawing. All right. Good luck with that.